Yes, so yes, we looked at the first example for the validation and violation or invalidation areas, how they look like. So this is example two, but don't worry, you shall go on chat and check them out on the charts or the price charts. So just a diagram illustrations. Then after that, we shall go to the charts and I will show you examples during one-on-ones and during homework sessions. But this is just a structure example, but this is how it looks like sometimes. So this is example two. So remember we said where we see a breakout is what uh, we call it, where price comes and breaks, we call it here uh, validation here because price breaks this level. When price breaks this level, we said what do we mark? We mark mainly the candle closures like here. You can see I'm putting it in line with this. We mark the candle closure. So which one will be my new invalidation area? This is the question. Is it this low? Is it this low? Is it this low? Is it this low? So this is why we find an engulfing, then you find a rally base rally. So you find yourself getting lost or getting confusion of where you're going to take your entries from. And price comes, fails to come back to your lows and continues and you miss those pips. When it comes back here, take another entry, you already missed all these. But even sometimes may not even come back here and instead stops here. So most times I'll teach you on how to know that this price is going to hold for long and break maybe the swing high of so many candles that are here, to break that swing high. So if I'm marking my validation, so I know I can mark it with validation. Sometimes you don't need to mark to show people that these areas. You just put later V. You can just make it V1 if you want. Validation, and just mark it as V1 and maybe this is V2. So where do I put it? Here, here, here. So where do we put it? Here. So that's why people get lost. So I would love to put it on this candle. You see, this is an engulfing, but you find this. So I will mark this as my invalidation. I'm going to tell you why I chose that, and it always plays out. So this will be my invalidation area. This is just example two. We have another example. They are like 3 to 4, especially when you refine your zones. Remember, if you refine your zones and you want to enter the market, you find yourself getting lost. How am I going to take a trade? Now, this is for validation and validation. We have for flips which occur here, especially in breakouts. I'll show you the types of flips: special case flip, normal case flip, and the round test flip. Those are the three major ones which I look for in the breakouts. If I don't see them, I'll focus here. If I don't see this, we shall show you the patterns that you focus on. So we have this validation and invalidation. I wouldn't mark this. This is my invalidation. Why? Because when price came, pushed up, pushed down, then pushed up, pushed down, then went up. So which one is responsible for breaking this, for this higher high? I sure maybe this was a bullish trend and price did such a pause, or maybe it's from bearish trend and just did such a pause, and this was the last high. So my focus will be here, this invalidation, and I'll show you how to take entries here, the invalidation areas, especially if you're learning the types of engineering liquidity. You have many three types: the normal, the reactive, and the inducement type of liquidity engineering. Yes, they're like QMs here, but there are different types of those QMs, or we call them liquidity engineering here. So I'll show you how to take entries here, but don't rush to go and look for the QMs here because you will see and you start getting lost. Some of them, you want to know which one is which. I will show you which is valid and which is not valid, and and price comes there, and as if you feel as if you've commanded the price. So it's just like the normal one that are drawn for you, like of this caliber. Like this low is then responsible for breaking this swing high. This low responsible for breaking this higher high. The same with the bearish one. For example two, for validation and violation or invalidation. So now we actually now see price. Remember, for the bullish setup that we show, now this is for the bearish. So remember, when you're marking the validation levels, you mark the candle closures here. Then where's our validation? Will it be this engulfing or will it be this? It will be this key level. So we mark the candle wicks. So that's why our focus is from. You get? So this will be our invalidation, and this will be our validation. We shall look. I'll show in the chart examples. validation. Invalidation and validation levels. Remember, validation we mark this candle that broke, like this level. Assume price was going high. This was our low, so price comes there, then creates this sales. Then you have this type of a scenario. So in price breaks, our focus for entry will be here. It will be here. So that's when you can continue the trend for bearish. So that's how you can see it. So we focus here, not on this. And I'll show you we shall place our ACLs. So this is under validation and of violation, or sometimes we call it invalidation. So thank you. So if you've not watched any other videos before, please first watch them before you watch these parts, beginning from the handover market code up to now. Thank you. And please do homework. I'm going to do the chat examples of validation and violation areas.